The following announcement has been paid for by Perched on the Top Rope.
It's your perfect knockout, Samantha Starr here, and you're watching Perched on the Top Rope.
I want to dig a little bit into your history because I find this so intriguing. I have never heard it from anywhere else. You are a third generation superstar, but you're not just a third generation superstar from one side of your family. You're a third generation superstar from both sides of your family.
That is correct. And I don't know if I'm wrong here. I haven't ever been corrected, but I do believe that I'm the first third generation wrestler with strictly females. So my mom wrestled and her mother also wrestled. So three lines of just straight females. You hear about the fathers, the uncles, the grandfathers, but three females, three generations of women's wrestling. And whenever my grandmother wrestled, there were only roughly 50 women's wrestlers in the entire world. So that tells you how deep it is in my roots.
Yeah, extremely deep in your roots. And I'm so glad that you brought up that statistic about being the first female that's an all-female third generation superstar, because I have found out that as third generation superstars, there are only 45 in the world. And out of the 45, only 8 are women. So hearing that, how does it feel to be part of like such a prestigious part of wrestling history?
I take my family's history with such pride and responsibility. I truly believe in doing things the right way and doing business the right way and bringing that old school mentality to everything that I do. So to have my path paved by just such inspirational women and world renowned wrestlers, I'm truly blessed. It's a lot of pressure, I'll give you that. It is a ton of pressure because not only when I step through the ring or I'm sorry, step through the curtain am I representing myself and the NWA, I'm also representing so many fantastic history making wrestlers.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of, your family history and the history in wrestling for you, such family members, Sam Houston, Baby Doll, Jake the Snake Roberts, when you broke into the business, what sort of advice did family members give to you?
It was it was always supportive. I don't ever want to say that my family did not have my back, but I'm very, very hard-headed. And from a young age, I took my first bump when I was only 14 years old. Most people don't know that. So, from a very young age in the wrestling business, I wanted to make a name for myself. I knew that wherever I went, people would whisper and they would talk about, oh, well, she doesn't deserve to be here. She got handed this opportunity. She didn't work for it. She didn't earn it. So whenever I was training, I decided to not go based off of my family's lineage and name myself Sam the Snake Roberts or Baby Doll Jr., you know? So I decided to tackle the indies and handle my own training and do things on my own merit to prove that I could, so they couldn't say, oh, well, you're only here because of so and so, because I don't ever want to take advantage of the history that I have.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said that when it comes to the history. What does it mean for you to, as a third generation superstar, what does it mean for you to live up to the family's legacy, but also be your own person in the industry at the same time?
It's difficult to kind of separate the two. I've had so many promoters and so many creative people say, "Oh, well, you need to come out with a snake," or "Oh, you need to have the big '80s hair," or "Oh, you need to learn how your dad does that little country line dance whenever he gets into the ring." So a lot of it is like the devil on each shoulder, like you don't know who to listen to. But for me, I use the DDT, the move that Jake the Snake invented, as my finisher. No one's ever kicked out of the DDT, ever. I've used the Bulldog throughout my matches to pay homage to my father and my aunt. And my mom and I I always get, "You look just like your mom." So I have those little pieces. I play those strengths, but I don't copy anyone. I use it as a foundation to build myself up, but I've also strived really, really hard to set myself apart.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching that video. If you liked what you saw, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit subscribe so you can get all our content here at Perched on the Top Rope. And fans, remember, spoiler free's the way to be. I'm out.